One of the most common questions that comes to a pregnant woman's mind is, will I be able to manage the labor pain? For some of you, you may be still fairly early in your pregnancy. For others, it may be towards the end of your pregnancy, maybe a few weeks to your due date, and the questions may still be coming to you as to how am I going to manage the labor pain. For all of us, especially for first-time mothers, the pain of labor is really an unknown quantity, and unless you go through it, there is really no way for anybody to explain to you exactly how that labor pain is going to be. Many women describe it as more of an internal pain, something that is deep inside of them. Some women will say that initially it feels like a much deeper menstrual cramp, and then later on, of course, it becomes a much more intense pain and discomfort. There is no getting around it. There is pain in labor, but it's also one that is very easily manageable, especially in the early stages of labor. And as the labor progresses and as the pains of labor get more intense, there are many hormones in your own body that are helping you to manage the labor pain. We'll talk more about that in another video, but that is for a separate another time. But mostly it is about understanding that the body is very smart. It does not give you pain without giving you tools to manage the pain. And there are things that others around you, your labor support team and the team of your care providers can help you with in order to make this pain much more manageable. But definitely one thing for a mother to remember, that this pain is not something that is unsurmountable. The women generations over have managed the pain, and in fact after the baby is born, there is no recollection of the pain. This is the reason why women have babies again and again, because if we remembered the labor pain and if we remembered how intense it was, most likely we would not have babies again. But the fact is that again the hormones of labor help you to kind of have an amnesic effect, so that after the baby is born, most women feel powerful, they feel wonderful, and the pain of labor is forgotten. So let's talk a little bit more about this pain. One of the most important things that I think women have to understand about the pain is to be depicted in this acronym. So when we talk about pain, we talk about P standing for purposeful. This is these contractions have a purpose. This pain has a purpose. This pain is of your body, by your body, for your body to bring a baby out. So this pain cannot be stronger than you. This pain is a part of you and your body is generating it. So you are actually stronger than the pain. And what is the purpose of this pain? The purpose is to bring a baby out. So it is not a headache or a migraine or a pain that's a toothache that just doesn't go away, which doesn't have much purpose. The pain is actually done by your body to bring a baby out. It's anticipated. It's known for 9 months that you're going to have a baby. It's just not something that comes out of the wild and you say, wow, I never thought about this pain at all. It's something that you have anticipated for a few months and you know that it's going to come. The N stands for normal. It's a good uterus doing a good job of contracting and relaxing to try to bring the baby out. But most important of all is the intermittent. For me, when anybody talks about labor pain and when we explain to mothers about pain, it is the I that is the most important part, because if it were not for the intermittent nature of the labor pain, women would not be able to tolerate labor. So when somebody says that, I had a 24-hour labor, it is not that the 24-hour there was continuous pain. There was pain that came, it lasted for a few seconds initially, maybe 30 seconds, 45 seconds, and then it was not there, and maybe for 5, 6, 10, 12 minutes there was no pain. And when there is no pain, it is like a woman is sitting or standing or walking or in a normal daily scenario. There can be periods when the women need to rest and when they need to recuperate in order to manage the next pain of labor, but really it is as if you're sitting here right now, there is no pain. So that intermittent nature of the pain is what allows for the women to manage the labor pain. And in another way, if you look at it, I would like to show you a kind of a pictorial graphic of it. When the labor pain occurs, we show it in a wave pattern. And why do we show it in a wave pattern? It's because it does not come on sharply like that. A natural labor pain comes on very softly. It starts, and the mother know that the pain has started much before anybody else in the room knows about it, and it slowly builds up, it peaks, and then after it peaks it comes back, and then it slowly goes away. So there is an end, there is a definite beginning and a definite end and a peak part of the contraction. And say your contraction lasts for about 40 seconds for instance, the peak might last only for about 25 to 30 seconds. The rest of it is the build up and the let down of the pain. Again, the body allows you to get used to the pain, then peaks and then relaxes, and in between there is absolutely no pain. You can rest, you can shower, you can eat, you can lie down for a minute if you want to, you can walk. There's absolutely nothing that is preventing you from doing any of those things as far as the in between the contractions are concerned. And yes, the rhythmicity of labor is what allows for the pain to progress. Yeah. So while we talk about the pain of labor, it's also important for us to talk about how will you, the mother, manage the labor pain. So there are several things that help with managing that pain. That pain is managed better if you know that the more relaxed you are, the better able you are to manage the pain. What does that mean? Usually when I teach class, I give a simple analogy. That analogy is that of a headache. Say if you have a headache and if you are at your workplace, then the headache feels really bad. People are talking around you. People are there is a commotion. That headache actually feels worse. Now you come home, you still have the same headache. You have not taken medication, you have not done anything, but you have come home, you have taken a glass of water, you have sat down to relax a little bit. That headache does feel a little better. So why is that? Because now you are not in that same tension-filled or anxious kind of scenario with lots of people interrupting and kind of worsening the perception of the pain. So similarly, as far as labor pain is concerned, we talk about this fear, tension, pain cycle. So when there is fear or when there is anxiety or when there is tension in the room, the pain actually feels worse. When we break this cycle of fear and tension is when the pain actually the mother is able to perceive it as much less. Even though the intensity of pain may still be the same, the mom actually perceives it a little bit lesser. What are other things that you can do to manage the labor pain? And this is kind of like a pie chart over here, and we are talking about this pain, and we're talking about different pieces of this pie that you can use to manage it. Relaxing, absolutely. We teach different relaxation techniques in Lama's classes as well. Knowledge, what we talked about earlier, that the pain has a purpose, that you are able to manage it, that knowledge helps you feel comfortable about your own body and lets you know that yes, there will be a baby at the end of this process. Visually imagining things. For some women, just imagining their favorite scenes or imagining that they are relaxing, that helps them to manage that few seconds of labor pain. Positions. The more you move, for just some women it is only movement that helps them to manage the pain. There are women who will sit and lie down and manage the pain, but for many, I would say a good majority of women, being able to move and position themselves in position of comfort allows them to manage the pain. Concentration and focus, knowing that there is something that is happening inside of me. It is for me that for my baby that my body is opening up to let the baby out. That allows people to manage the pain as well. Massages, breathing techniques, wonderful tools, because as we again in classes, Lama's classes, we teach partners how to, what are different kinds of touch and massage that the women usually like in labor, from something as simple as a back rub to a little bit more pressure points. All these things again allow, maybe hot water bath, all these things allow the women to manage the pain of labor much better. And breathing, we'll probably talk about it in another segment as well, but breathing allows the women to not only manage the pain of labor, it allows them to distract themselves a little bit from it, as well as in this whole scenario providing excellent oxygen supply to the baby. So I think breathing it's a wonderful tool to manage that labor pain. And yes, sometimes medication may be needed. It's not that we are saying medication is never required, but as you can see out of this whole pie chart, medication forms a very, very, very small portion of pain management. And sometimes in a very long, hard labor, although medication may be required, for most women that is not required, and all the other things, and especially the family and the care provider and the people around her believing in her and the process of labor allows for women to manage their labor pain much better.